Welcome. In front of me I have the Garmin Instinct 2X Solar, and I'll go over unboxing along with a quick look at this watch. Anyway, let's just get straight into it. It looks like I actually won't need this. We don't care about the instructions. I'm just gonna eat that back in the box and move over to the watch. Now, looking at it, it does kind of resemble some of those like old watches, Timex ones or whatever. I used to be very bulky, a lot of plastic and all that stuff, and this looks very reminiscent of that. Now this is supposedly a solar charged device, at least the name would imply so, but to be completely honest, I don't see where the solar panels are. Now let's see how to turn it on. I probably need to plug it in. I would hope that Garmin would finally move away from this garbage plug, because let's be honest, no one wants to like clip it in and have it just stick out. It's a very, well, that causes problems. It's a very crappy design. I need to take this off the camera and plug it into my charger on the ground. There we go. Okay. So now that it's plugged in, or was plugged in, it's gonna boot up, as I think this is the only way to turn it on, although I might be wrong. Now you can obviously see this isn't a touch display. I am really curious where the solar panel actually comes in. Unless the solar is just a fancy name of misleading people, which is very possible. But on their website, meaning the Garmin site, it does have a section where you get to pick the watch, right? And you have a couple different versions. You have the sizes, anywhere from 40 millimeters to 50 millimeters. This is the 50 millimeter one. So keep in mind, this doesn't reflect the size of the display. I am pretty sure this reflects the size of the entire watch. So the display right here is a little bit on a smaller side compared to other watches, while the build of it is still pretty chunky, as you can probably see. Now another tab here is the solar power. I think that's how it would loosely translate, because for me it is showing in Polish, and you can have either yes or no choice. This one is supposedly yes. If you go with no, it wouldn't be called 2X Solar, it would just be called Instinct, I believe 2. So this one supposedly is solar charged, though like I said, I don't see anywhere where the actual solar panels here are located. So I could guess that maybe it's in the like black ridges right here. I don't really see it too clearly, after all it is pretty dark. Or maybe Garmin did devise some kind of like new tech, so it is kind of like under the display and shining partially through it, so we don't actually see it, but it could be under there. But like I said, I'm just kind of guessing right now, so take that with a grain of salt. It is supposedly a solar charged device, though I don't really know how. Now moving on to just a couple specs right here. So the display right here boasts a 176 by 176 pixels. It is a 1.1 inch display, and it has a whopping 40-day battery life, and it is stated to be unlimited with solar. So this is a really low power device. Probably going through the setup, you would probably figure it out pretty quickly how low power this is. It is using a very, outdated display for this, which I'm not saying this as a negative thing. I'm saying this more like actually a positive thing, specifically for battery life. You don't need your watch to have like 4K resolution OLED displays, really. It's a watch after all. It's supposed to give you the time, and in my opinion, watch is better if it can last longer and be less of a hassle to constantly keep it, charged and all that stuff. So if this device can literally last you unlimited amount of time if you keep charging it, or if it keeps charging itself through solar, though keep in mind there's not really much info on how efficiently it's charging it. So there's probably somewhere in like with an asterisk written that you need to spend like X amount of hours in sunlight to have it charged, but I'm not really gonna go into it. It is solar charged, that's what I'm gonna stop at. Now another thing to say, it comes with 10 atmosphere resistance. So 10 refers to, I believe, 100-meter depth in water. So that is really insane for a watch, especially a smart one. So yeah. Anyway, so this is the Garmin Instinct, and it's basically like a throwback to a classic watch, but bringing you some more modern features for a watch, allowing you to kind of still utilize it in current time with a little bit more functionality than a typical watch from the throwback era would have. So yeah, pretty interesting choice, design. So yeah, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.